and hashtag replay. If you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. All right. Hope y'all having a wonderful day. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live as per usual. Make sure y'all drop your questions and everything. We'll drop your questions. Listen. Y'all see the title of the video, man. I'm about to get into it. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta find this live right now. Okay, there we go. But yeah, you see the title, man. The average man is not fucking locked in. All right, make sure y'all drop some questions, like up the video, comments, concerns, all that shit. I'm dropping a Q&A video pretty soon. I just got to go over it or whatever. It's some good questions in there. I'm not gonna lie, there's some good questions. I know there's a lot of newer people since I made my last Q&A video. Last Q&A video I think was, let me think about this. Last Q&A video was probably like 3 months ago. So I know there's a lot of new people since I made that Q&A video. So that's why I did this Q&A. But yeah, I'm gonna do that Q&A video soon. Go over those questions. But yeah, man, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Welcome anyways. Like up the video, drop your questions, comments, concerns. Like I said, Q&A is dropping soon. But as you see with the title of the video, man, the average man's not locked in. Listen, y'all need to understand the shit that Kobe Bryant used to say, man. First of all, making it to the NBA is crazy. All right, that shit's hard as shit. But when he made it, what he realized was that a lot of people weren't passionate about the game like he was. A lot of people didn't do extra shots. A lot of people don't really care about winning. They just cared about kind of making money. Obviously, they're talented enough to make it to the NBA, then they worked hard enough up to that point to make it to the NBA. But at the same time, they didn't care about it like he did. You see what I'm saying? He noticed that he was different. You see what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna feel like when you get through this journey. When you're going through this journey and you're talking to people like, yeah, I'm in the gym. They're like, yo, I'm in the gym too. In the beginning, you're gonna be looking up to them like, damn, bro, he's been in the gym for a while. He's strong. But later on, you're gonna be like, hold on. He's been in the gym for a while. Why is his stomach big? Because he's not really serious about that shit. He's not serious about that shit. You feel me? Appreciate you, Matthew. Appreciate you, Jay. Make sure y'all like up the video as well. Make sure y'all like up the video. But yeah, man, like, you'll realize, like, hey, yo, all these people in the gym. Hey, yo, all these people talk about healthy food. Hey, yo, all these people talk about this. Why aren't they really locked in? It's because you have to give a fuck about this shit 24/7. All right? Every hour of every day, every minute of every day, you got to be obsessed with this shit. All right? Because if you're not, right, there's no in between. You can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna maintain 15% body fat. Anyone maintaining 15% body fat is working pretty hard still. All right, people underestimate that shit. Like, if you're maintaining 15% body fat, you're working hard. If you're maintaining 12, 10%, you're working pretty hard. All right, there is no just like, I'm just gonna go from 40 to 15% and chill at 15% and look great. Like, nah, bro. By the time you get to that 15%, you're gonna want more because you're gonna have a different mindset. You're gonna have that locked in mindset because you're gonna realize, like, hey, man, it's all about progression. If you don't progress, you regress. That's how shit works. That's why you got to keep moving forward. But just taking the gym seriously it's a sign of, listen, let me tell you guys one thing. When it comes to this gym shit and this fitness shit, like, your body, like, walking into anywhere, your body is going to talk before you do every single time. So all these excuses that you guys make a lot of times are all these like, well, this chick didn't want me, this chick didn't this, because she fucking saw you, bro. Chicks see you before you see them see you. You see what I'm saying? So she saw you from this, she's like, disqualified, out of here, right? And you walk up and you might have a pickup line. She's just like, if this nigga's not paying, then I'm not fucking with him because he looks disgusting. Amron Mitchell, blue belt in jiu-jitsu and box 2 times a week. Do full body 2 times a week. How do I manage progressively overloading and plateauing due to being beat up all week? How many days do you do jiu-jitsu if you do boxing 2 times a week? That would be my question. Because, I mean, with the with the boxing shit, yeah, your body's going to be beat up like you play football. It's going to take a while to adjust, though. It's going to take a while. Okay, so you do jiu-jitsu twice, you do boxing twice, you do full body twice. I mean, you could try doing full body once and, like, making sure your nutrition's on point, though. You know what I mean? Make sure your nutrition's on point and just pick a couple of movements or whatever. Pick a couple of movements that you really want to progress in. And then once your body gets used to it, I don't know if you just started this or you've been doing it for if you've been doing this for a while. Oh, so you do boxing and then jiu-jitsu, right, like back to back? Or one day? Because what I would do is, me personally, if we're talking about what I would do, realistically, a 5-6-1 was good. But realistically, what I would do, I would probably run push-pull legs and then just do, like, just do the boxing, do the jiu-jitsu, you feel me? And then on 2 of those days, I would do push and pull. And then on my rest day, I would do, or on the off day from both of those, I would do like a leg day. Then I would have 2 full days off where I could actually recover. That's what I would do personally. Oh, back to back. Okay, well, that's even better. Okay, that's better. So yeah, okay. So if you're doing those for 2 days, right, I don't know if you're doing it like Monday, Tuesday. If you do them back to back, just take days in between to rest, and then I would say you could do push pull legs, so you can get a lot of progressive overload in there. I thought you were spreading out the boxing and the jiu-jitsu. That's actually perfect. That's actually really, really good. 300 push-ups and get my abs together with leg raises. Appreciate the meal plan videos. Keep going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, hit the gym too, bro. Lifting heavy weights. I mean, calisthenics is going to work, obviously. But lifting heavy weights too, that's going to work. Any thoughts on semen retention? Listen, semen retention is going to be important for sexual discipline. Make sure y'all like up the video, man. Like up the video. Let's get to 50 likes if there's 50 people in here. But when it comes to semen retention, it's just sexual discipline. Like if you're not dating a chick, if you're not dating chicks or whatever, and you're focused on your purpose, you shouldn't be beating your meat. So you should be automatically semen retaining, automatically. All right, because that's part of the discipline. You shouldn't be just like beating your meat. A lot of people, they beat their meat and they get a lot of dopamine hits from that, and then they get caught up in that, and then they don't have energy, they don't have ambition, because they're literally getting rid of the only testosterone they have, right? Like if you're eating like shit, not working out, and you're beating your meat, you're not going to be ambitious. You're not going to have presence. You're going to be depressed. And you should be, because of what you're doing, like your habits. I only drink on the weekend. That allows me to maintain 15% during summer and enjoy socializing with some drinks. Yeah, when you're at that point, when you get lean, like I can drink every weekend and be fine. My brother could drink, every other weekend and be fine or whatever. Like once you get to this point, you're fine. It's just people don't make the sacrifice to get lean that once. Once you get lean that once, the game changes. You know what I mean? Obviously, because then you're maintaining. You're not actively like losing, but at the same time, you have to have a mentality. You have to have a mentality that you need to stay locked in, because it's a lifestyle. I like lifting weights in a fasted state. Is that a problem for building muscle? Should I eat? As long as you take electrolytes, drink water, then you should be fine. Because the only risk you would have working out fast would be low blood sugar or low blood pressure. So I would just say drink some electrolytes. Does body game attract more younger or older women? Both. What's good, Lou? Is upper rest, lower rest split for the remain of my life? So I have an upper. Yeah. I mean, bro, that's good. Not gonna lie, bro. The most important thing is sustained consistency over time, because that's how you progressively overload, anyways. So if you do the greatest workout program, but if you do the greatest workout program of all time, but you do it inconsistently, it's gonna be horrible. You're gonna be like, man, this shit doesn't work. This is a scam. Now, if you do the greatest workout of all time and you're consistent and you get the results, you're gonna realize like, oh shit, this shit does work. This shit does work. You feel me? For sure. True. Body game type ish. Hey, yo, nigga, who the fuck is your barber? Hey, he's pretty good, ain't he? He's pretty good, man, especially for Thailand, bro. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna lie. The states still got the best barbers of all time, but it took me a while to find this barber. It took me I had to go through like 10 barbers here. But he just low key be chilling. He be killing it though. He don't even cut black people here like that. So it's pretty impressive. I don't know where he learned. He said he learned from some dude, but like he doesn't even cut black people here like that, and he be killing it, man. He be killing it for real. But yeah, like here. Let me tell you guys two things, right? These are some questions that technically these are questions that don't matter, besides like these questions need context. All right, so people will ask me like, hey man, what's your macronutrient ratio, shit like that. All that matters is that you're eating high protein and that you're consistently in a calorie deficit and it works for you. That's number one. Number two, all right, people will ask shit like, hey man, should I do a mustache and goatee or beard? It doesn't fucking matter as long as you're clean cut and you're in shape. Bro, you can have no facial hair. If you're in shape, you got better jawline than fucking 90% of people, and your physique is better than most people, so people are going to be attracted to you anyways. That's number two. Number three, where's the other one? Oh, the workout splits and stuff like that. As long as you're consistent, you're good. You do P90X, you do calisthenics, you do fucking full body workouts at home. As long as you're consistent, guess what? You're gonna get the results that you want. That's all it is. That's all it fucking is. All right, it's that simple. It's Thailand the moves better than the States. I'm gonna come back to the States soon so I can do a fresh comparison. But anyway, listen, I ain't gonna make a video about this because I'm not trying to be controversial or nothing. Like I'm not trying to be that kind of controversial because I love the Thai people and all that stuff. But all the passport bros that come over here is just like they be doing. Yeah, they just be paying for play. I'm like, what are you guys doing out here, bro? Like y'all be tripping. Y'all literally, and then they make videos about this shit. I'm like, bro, you guys are literally just paying for play. Just go do that in the States. Well, it's probably more expensive. It's more expensive in the States, I guess, but it's just the same shit. Will I see results if I do dips, push-ups, curls consistently at home? I mean, yeah. If you're doing consistently progressive overload, obviously you're gonna see results. But it's all about consistency and good nutrition. But then it'll also be how you structure your program, like how many dips, how many push-ups, how many curls, how many days are you doing that? What else are you doing? Are you doing legs and abs as well? It's a lot of other shit. What electrolytes do you recommend? Any electrolytes that has, you know, sodium and potassium in it, which most of them do. Some of them even have magnesium in it. But yeah, it's like I know I've taken some element. There's another one I take, but I don't think it exists in I don't think it exists in America. I just found that shit online. You ever get to a point where it felt too much? No, that's just a man's life, bro. You just deal with shit. You should, like, not gonna lie, I've realized, like, by the time I hit like 20, by the time I hit like 24, I think, I realized, like, yeah, you're just always gonna be in pain, mentally or physically, or you're gonna be in spiritual warfare 24/7. That's just a man's life. A man's life is an uphill battle, a struggle, but you get stronger because that's just how it is, bro. I mean, lifestyle wise, I was thinking about moving to Miami, but I hear such great things about town all the time. I mean, listen, okay, that's actually crazy. There's a huge difference there. There's a huge difference. But what you just said is crazy. The difference between Miami and Thailand is absolutely insane, bro. Is I mean, like price wise, that's just like 10 times difference. Because obviously Miami is the most expensive place in America. It's not even fucking close. Because New York is the same price, but at least you can walk in New York. You can't walk in Miami unless you live in Brickell, but like you don't have like the subway system like New York does. So yeah, Miami is by far the most expensive place in America. So yeah, Thailand would be huge difference cost wise, obviously, and it depends on what kind of lifestyle you want to live. Most dudes who come out here, all they do is club. Listen, I have never been to a fucking club here, and I've been here for how long? I don't. I just don't club. All niggas do here is fucking club. Like people who come here, they're like, oh shit, that was the greatest 2 weeks of my life because they clubbed and just paid for play and shit for 2 weeks. Like I don't get this shit. But anyways. Is 3 months optimal time for cuts? Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys this shit one more time with the cuts. There is no optimal time for cuts. It depends on how fat you are. Literally, it depends how much fat you have. If you're 40% body fat, you can't cut for 3 months. All right. If you're 20%, you can't cut for 3 months unless you're trying to get to 15%. It depends on what your end goal is. All right. What your end goal is. Who's your favorite UFC fighter? That's a great question. I don't even watch UFC like that. I watch boxing mostly. Well, now I watch boxing, but I don't really watch UFC like that. But of course, it was Conor McGregor back in the day because I used to watch those videos that he had. Yes, this is a Ipswich Town shirt. What's the real cost of better play? I don't fucking know, bro. You gonna have to ask them, bro. You gonna have to ask them dudes out there, bro. I don't be doing that goofy shit, bro. You gonna have to ask the dudes, bro. They be doing that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. Hell no, bro. I'm like, yo, I think, bro. Some chick said some shit. You don't hear from people, bro. I don't hang out with people who pay for play, bro. Of course, I don't hear from people, bro. Hell no. I'll be doing that goofy shit. Is man gaining smart for building muscle or lean bulking best? They're both good, bro. If you're consistent with either. Lean bulking and man gaining should be pretty similar. They should be pretty similar. Like when you man gain, you eat at maintenance. What if you go over a few days? And then lean bulking, you should be slightly above maintenance. Type shit. By now, 170, should I drop a few pounds or focus on strength training? It depends on your body fat. Hard gain advice: eat more food, but track it. Eat more food, but track it. Watch out for the lady boys. Hey, yo, bro, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious to see that shit. I would listen. All that shit y'all be saying a lot, bro. It's pretty obvious to see that shit in real life. Hypertrophy training while boxing training. It depends how many days you box. It depends on how many days you box, and then if you're trying to maintain your physique, or you're trying to are you trying to actively lose? You're trying to actively gain. It's going to depend. It's going to depend. Rampage Jackson, yeah, that motherfucker's the beast, bro. He might be half human, bro. Yeah. You tried them Quest pizzas before? Nah, I seen them before. I seen them though. Hey, I'm 188, 28% body fat. Eating 2100. You think I'm eating too much? Yeah, you're probably eating too little, bro, because you're 188 and 28%. But if you just eat healthier foods, you're gonna lose fat because you're at a high body fat percentage anyway. So just stick to 21 and be consistent. I would say that's too low, to be honest. 3 to 4 and lean bulk. Okay, so you're doing boxing 3 to 4 days a week, lean bulk. Yeah, so do 3 days a week. The only issue is you're gonna have to eat a lot of fucking food, bro. Like if you're doing boxing, you're gonna have to eat a lot of food, bro. You're gonna have to eat a lot of food. How do you handle people treating you better and showing you so much respect at work after losing weight? Ladies at work can't stop complimenting me. I just know that's how life works. Life is very opinion based. You feel me? I just know that off rip. Like life is very opinion based. I mean, appearance based. We live in an appearance based society, so it is what it is. Like I don't get I don't get like surprised by that. Who has the baddest chicks in your opinion between the baddest chicks I'm gonna say is Japan and Vietnam, bro. All right. What's up? What's good? What's good? Thank you for the answer. So is cardio 3 times a week good for man gaining? Wait, were you the person that said that you're doing boxing? If you're doing boxing, you definitely don't need a man gain. Man gaining smart for, and it depends on how lean you are. If you're trying to gain some muscle, bro, you don't want to be too. You don't want to do like too much cardio. You know what I mean? Like you want to keep like if you're already getting steps. I mean, if you're getting no steps, you're sitting down all day. Then yeah, you could do a little bit of cardio. What time do you cut off eating at night? I don't really have a time to cut off eating. I just when I hit my calories. If that's 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., if that's 10 p.m., it doesn't matter. It's just when I hit my calories. Do you know the Shannon Cannon braids? I have no idea who that is. You have clients that had loose skin? No, unless they had loose skin before me. I never had clients with loose skin because I do fat loss slowly though. So that's the only difference. Like if you focus on fat loss, not weight loss, the loose skin stuff won't really happen. That loose skin stuff happens mostly when you focus on weight loss, not fat loss. When you're just doing a bunch of cardio, when you're just starving yourself, all this shit. 3 versus 4 versus 5 meals a day for building most muscle and staying lean. Not gonna lie, bro. When you're trying to build muscle, you're going to have to spread that shit out. You're going to have to spread that shit out, bro. You're gonna have to spread that shit out because it is too much. It is too much. It's too much food, bro. Especially if you're a hard gainer or quote unquote hard gainer. Hard gainer is just a mentality that you don't like to eat a lot. Shannon Cameron, bro. I only know like Jaron Ennis and Naya Nui and Floyd, of course. That's like who I watch mostly. But I'd be watching highlights and training clips and stuff like that. I never really watched UFC and boxing consistently until I literally just got into that stuff like recently, like this year. Advice for trying to become a fitness trainer: get in shape, best shape. Appreciate the super chat by the way, but get in the best shape of your life. Number one. Number two, make sure you really have a passion for it and you like helping others. And I would say start in the gym, whether it's for if you train in the gym even for a month, that shit gives you a lot of experience. Not gonna lie, even if you spend a month in the fucking gym, bro. Like I'm telling you, if you spend a month training people in person in the gym, you will learn so much fucking shit. Like that's it. You drink only water, pretty much water and tea and coffee and protein shakes. I mean, simple. Who only drinks water, bro? Have you ever done yoga? Do you believe that walking is a workout? Why do most Americans think it is? Well, listen, Americans are going to think walking is a workout because you can drive everywhere. You know what I mean? But if you're sedentary and you walk, you know what I mean, that then becomes a workout because that's something you weren't doing before. So, for example, if someone gets 2,000 steps a day and then they start to aim for 10K steps a day, that now means that they're getting 8,000 steps more per day than they were the year before. So, they'll obviously burn more calories and stuff like that. But, like, America's just not made for walking. It's really not. Like, if you have like a sit at home job or like a job in the office, you're not gonna be walking a lot. You have to make sure that you actually walk, like you set aside time to work out, basically. All right, 5'7", 145 at 15% cut. Or since you're 145, definitely at least main gain. Since you're 145, you got a lot of weight to unless you have a gut. But when you main gain, you change up your nutrition anyways, so you're gonna lose fat. You see what I'm saying? Because usually when you're skinny fat, you just eat a lot of shit, but you don't eat in the calorie surplus. You know what I mean? I love your channel. Been helping get on body game after getting blindsided, dumped by a woman that I thought was gonna spend my life with. Hey man, it's a wake up call, man. That's the canon event for a lot of us, bro. That's a canon event for a lot of us. You feel me? Best split for faster muscle growth. Listen, the speed at which you gain muscle is going to be based on how locked in you are, which is going to be based on your genuine desire, which is going to be different for everybody. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, you could do a push pull leg split, you can do upper lower split, you can do both of those splits. You can do bro split. It really doesn't matter. I don't care what anyone says. It doesn't matter. You just have to be consistent with those splits and then make sure that your nutrition is 100% dialed in. No goofy shit with the nutrition consistently. You will gain as fast as you're locked in. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, man, I really want these results. I really want these results. And then they start working out and stuff. They start eating healthy and they're like, oh, I want to eat cookie on the weekend. Oh, I want to eat this with my wife. I want some pizza and some beer. They're not serious about that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like they're not going to get the results as fast as other people because when you have to have a Kobe Bryant mentality. Whoever has a Kobe Bryant mentality when it comes or the Michael Jordan mentality when it comes to fitness, they're gonna get results the fastest. You're gonna be like, wait, they've only been working out for 6 months. How'd they get those results? Wait, they only been working out for a year because they were locked in and they wanted it more than you did. How do you figure out how many calories? Just type it into a calorie calculator. Minimum amount of time you think it takes to get a quality workout, intense workout. I got one 25 minutes. I mean, if you're doing a shorter workout, you increase intensity because that's one of the variables. If you're doing a longer workout, like if you do a 2 hour workout, that sounds like too much. But if you're doing low intensity, long breaks, then that's fine. It would depend on the nature of the workout. But yeah, if you're doing like a high intensity workout and you have no breaks, like you said, then that's good too. You know what I mean? That's a good switch up. Don't hate me, but Chick-fil-A and cookies are my weakness. I don't eat it once a week. Yeah, once you get really lean, right, then you won't be able to do this shit. Cause like I be telling y'all, like you can eat if you're like 40% body fat, 30% body fat, you can really eat goofy shit and get lean. Like it's when you get down to 15 you have to really lock in. That's why I be saying, like, when people tell me their body fat, if it's above 20, then I know that majority of the time you're eating like shit. You know what I mean? All right, I'm 5'6", 165, down from 230, 21%, hoping to get to 15. What were you when you were 230? I'm curious. 6'3", 225, 26% body fat, eating 2,000 calories. That's way too low calories to even cut. That's way too low calories. Like, why would you be eating 2,000 calories as like you can literally lose at 26% body fat. You can pretty much lose at like probably 2,600 or something. As soon as the hunger pains hit, people don't. Yo, that hunger pain is taking everybody out the game. It takes everyone out the game. Do you change exercise after you stop progressing, like switch from incline dumbbell to incline barbell? No, that doesn't make any sense. You're gonna progress eventually, right? Unless I mean, yeah, you're gonna progress eventually. You just keep going. How's boxing in the Thai gyms? Why drop the Muay Thai? Well, boxing in the Thai gyms is usually by either a Western, like either like a white dude, a UK dude, or a Filipino dude. My coach is Filipino, and he used to be a pro, so he's pretty good. Do you want to train like an athlete or a bodybuilder? I'll never train like a bodybuilder. I mean, I don't like. Listen, I think Ronnie Coleman has the most disgusting physique of all time, bro. That's just me. I always looked up to like Jeff Said, Alex Eubank, football players, boxers and shit like that. That's way more like aesthetic. I don't know what this fascination with the Ronnie Coleman shit was. That shit was weird to me. I don't know. Do you notice patterns in women that you attract, not race but other characteristics? I don't know if you heard about Ron Wills mentions tribes. Tribes, interesting. No, I never really looked into that. I have to look into that. For man gaining while focusing on muscle, should I expect low body fat for abs as I build core? I don't know where you're starting. You think you could survive a weekend in Port-au-Prince? Not according to my parents, probably not. I'd probably get cooked. Hey, bro, when a girl says, yeah, you gained a little weight, but you're still cute, and then she left me a month later, of course that's not a coincidence, bro. That's a warning. She's giving you the red card, like, hey, yo, clean it up, nigga. Water sandwich, hell yeah, hell yeah. Thanks for answering the question. Yes, sir, yes, sir. What is the lower beef between you and Crumble Cookie? Listen, it's because people have the audacity to be like, yo, why am I getting fat? Yo, why am I overweight? Yo, why am I this? Why am I that? Crumble Cookie is insane, dude. It's like it's literally like the sweetest shit of all time, and it has like 1,000 calories per cookie. And people are clearing whole boxes. That's 6,000 calories, bro. People are clearing whole boxes and wondering why they're fat. Like those kind of foods and those kind of choices are literally the reason people are out of shape. But they're the same people who are like, yo, like it doesn't make sense. Why am I out of shape? It's crazy to me. Why is everyone promoting this disappear and glow up and appear and shock everybody? Why it's always about others lock in and primarily internal validation of the game. The thing is, when you actually, if you, okay, here's the thing. If you quote unquote disappear, like no one actually does it, which is unfortunate. But if you actually, what was I gonna say? If you actually disappear and start working on yourself, you're still gonna be doing regular shit. You see what I'm saying? But like when you start working on yourself, you're gonna start prioritizing yourself. So other people are gonna respect you because you respect yourself. So you'll actually get better results in the real world, anyways. But since most people like don't actually do this stuff, you know what I mean? They start to like no most people don't actually like disappear because they would realize that if they actually focused on themselves and did this monk mode thing or whatever, they would actually get better results in the real world because you can't actually just sit in your room all day and not do anything. Yeah, like the monk mode shit just means that you're still doing what you're doing. You're just focusing on two goals or one goal very, very precisely. Like, okay, I'm going from 25% to 10% body fat and I'm gonna work on my finances. Like these are my two goals. I'm gonna fixate on those and prioritize those goals while still doing everything else. Still talking to chicks, still talking to your friends, still hanging with your friends, just making sure those things happen. But like people don't realize that people on the internet overdo everything. They overdo everything. They even overdo gooning. Freaking gooning people these days. All right, 5'8", 25% body fat, been eating 18. Those guys don't seem to be getting any stronger though. You shouldn't be getting stronger. You should be maintaining strength while getting leaner. But yeah, you should be losing hella fat because that seems like pretty low calories for 25%. Chick, Chick I hit ghosted me after went on a yacht in Miami. Meanwhile, she hit me up to hang. You think she was overstimmed? No, I mean she was on the yacht in Miami, bro. You have to smash if you're on the yacht, bro. That's what happened. All right, I'm 183.56 doing 30 minutes cardio and 10K steps with 18 calories. You think this plan is? I don't care about the weight. I would focus on the weightlifting because you want to lose fat, not muscle. When you say dudes are cooked for being obese and dating, what about the obese women? They mess with them at least from what I see in public. It depends on how obese the women are, but like the heavier women be smashing like lean dudes. Like I've trained in person. I mean, I trained in person for years, and I trained online for years. These chicks are smashing like regular dudes, like regular dudes, like either skinny fat or medium or fat swole or some lean dudes. Are like these fat women are smashing them. Like that's what I've seen. Like it's pretty crazy. That be consistent lies. Yes, sir. What's your favorite soccer team, bro? I know nothing about soccer, unfortunately, and I know like nothing about video games. Sorry, people. Y'all are probably like, damn, bro. All right, thanks for the help. Protein, calories, your bluntness is what everyone needs. For that, you helped me get to 230. Good shit, bro. Good shit. Ex college football athlete, down 52 pounds, 1 or 2 per week, 14%. Good shit, bro. That's what I like to hear, man. The way I like to look at fitness is like exactly how our football coaches used to yell at us, bro. Like you need to call someone out and highlight the bullshit that they're doing. Like that's what you need to do. You know what I mean? Kind of like when if you messed up, in the game, you already knew when you went to film. Like when you went to film, you're about to get roasted, bro. Coach was gonna be like, "Luther, stand up. What the fuck was you doing?" You know what I'm saying? So that's what you need when it comes to this fitness shit. And you need friends who are gonna say that shit. Like my brothers, bro. If I start getting fat, my brothers are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bitch?" Like, dude, get your shit together. Like, you just don't tolerate that shit. If you were 5'10" and a half and weigh 230, what would your approach to get lean and cut? I wouldn't change anything I'm doing right now, and the weight would just come off because I'm eating only whole foods majority of the time, so I'd be fine. I would literally do the same shit. The no fat semen retention benefits BS. Some girls can sense when you're retaining, etc. Bro, like you know what no fap and semen retention really is. It's the discipline and the aura, right? When you master the discipline of lust, then you're a different person. You feel me? What's your take on SARMs? I don't listen. Most people who want to take SARMs, all they got to do is work out, right? So all that steroid and SARM shit, unless you're stepping on stage and you're already like really lean or you already have a lot of muscle, most of that stuff, the average, like most people want to do it, all they got to do is work out consistently and eat healthy, but they just don't want to, so they try to do something else. What do you charge per session as PT? I haven't done in-person training in a while. I think last time it was like, last time I charged some lady, because listen, I was dealing with like, motherfucking dude made 500K, woman was making like 800K, dude was making like millions. So I was dealing with them. So they'll be like, oh no, I wouldn't be comfortable paying anything less than 200 a session. I'm like, bitch, let's run it, bitch. BBWs love skinny or lean dudes for some reason. Do you do in-person training? Yeah, I don't do in-person training anymore because most of the results come from your mindset shift and nutrition plan and really focusing on that. Right, like the in-person training, you could work, bro. You could train someone for 6 months straight, and they could lose no fucking weight because they don't change their nutrition and mindset. You feel me? All right. How did you play football in high school but had to sit? Lots of our sub dudes on your team were not real. I mean, listen, I was cooked, bro. But like I said, the gastritis shit made it worse because I lost my starting spot and everything. So people just thought I was weird as shit, bro. My last year of high school was an actual humiliation ritual, bro. Like there was like when I talk about there was nothing to lose after high school. There was literally nothing to lose after high school because I'd even hit rock bottom, bro. I got to rock bottom and I was like, yo, let me dig a little bit deeper, right? Like I went all the way fucking down, bro. It was crazy. Our carbs cool every meal. If it fits within your macros, you're good, bro. If you're in a deficit, you're eating high protein, you're good. Lost 20 kilograms so far. Let me tell you, I get choosing signals left and right. Girl that ghosted me contacted me to tell me she likes my new tattoos and she wanted me. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. How much you charge for one-on-one? You talking about in person or if you want to call, like I got some dudes who they're going through some shit with some chicks and stuff like that. Really just simp energy and they don't have like a male influence, so they'll set up a call or whatever. You can hit me up on IG. I can send you the link. Can you talk a little bit about fat loss coming in waves and not linear? I feel like I lose nothing, then 2 pounds at once. I've read it that fat cells losing what. I don't even think about it like that. Just remember that you're changing your identity. When you're getting lean, you're changing your identity to be the leanest version of yourself, right? And you just focus on the process, the results will come. That's it. That's all you need to focus on. All this like, damn, bro, if I don't lose fat this week, I'm stopping. That doesn't make any sense. If you're making this a lifestyle, then just focus on the process. Everything else comes. Like, don't even overcomplicate it with like, wait, like, what do I do now? Like, how do I speed this up? Just keep eating whole foods because this is the first time in your life you're eating whole foods and paying attention to what you eat. Just keep doing that and keep working out. Everything else just comes. Simple. What protein powder do you recommend? Any whey protein these days is good. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm 5'10" and 140, what weight should I be? It depends on your weight. I mean, it depends on your body fat percentage, I would say. Working out 7 days a week, push pull legs, resting 5 days. Wait, how do you rest 5 days and work out 7 days a week? You have a 12. Wait, you have a 12-day week or some shit? We're scheduled because we're finding. Oh, I got you. I got you. Well, I mean, that would equal 9 days and 14 days. So that'd be straight. Body game can't change face. We all know that shit, nigga. But a lot of times, people who say body game can't change face, they be fat as hell with pimples on their face because what they're eating, and they don't have a haircut. Number two, and number three, they're not well groomed. You got to be well groomed because according to chicks, right? I don't control. Listen, a lot of shit I say has nothing to do with me. It is the market. The market determines your value. Chicks used to say I was cooked in the face and in the body. That's what they said. I didn't say that shit. All right, and then I clean everything up, focus on my looks and shit like that. Like you guys said last time. Remember FitX when he first started, he looked a little bit more rough, and then he cleaned up his look. You can clean up your look. A lot of you guys just don't clean up your look. Let's be honest. All right, a lot of you guys don't clean up your look. And then people who have quote unquote cooked faces, they got good physiques. They be getting chicks, bro. How do you make sure you get leaner? You don't lose muscle. Or you just eat high protein, maintain strength. That's it. Don't overthink it. Appreciate you, Bill. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Glorious workout today. Good shit, man. Good shit. But yeah, man. I'm already in good shape, but body game change. I mean, body game is gonna make your face leaner, anyways. Like a lot of people who struggle with that be saying shit about face, they have like patches in their beard and they have a fat face because they're not lean. You feel me? I'm 5'8", 175, top abs is visible. At what weight will I see the full six pack? It depends on the body fat percentage. You focus on body fat percentage, not weight. You can go down 4% body fat in 4 pounds, when you get super close to your goals versus, when you're 30%, it took 10 pounds to lose 2% body fat. You see what I'm saying? Do you only do online dating? I would say primarily since like 2018. My brother is primarily like in person. My other brother is like a mix. My homeboy is like, let's see. My homeboy is a mix too, but then my other homeboy, he's actually, I mean, he's wiped up right now, but he's online too, type shit. But yeah, I mean, once chicks choose you in person and chicks choose you online and shit like that, you really stop being like so desperate and thirsty and being like, oh my god, let me go to club for chicks and shit like that. You feel me? All right. What is your definition of your man being in shape? I mean, good shoulder to waist ratio. Doesn't eat, too much bullshit. Like that's really all it is. It's like you don't have to necessarily see like some ab definition. You don't necessarily have to have like eight packs, ripped abs, and fucking veins everywhere. But you got to have a good shoulder to waist ratio because you're eating pretty decently, type shit. What is your definition of a man being? Or I just read it. Have you had any major injuries? Major injuries. You know, that's a great question. I'm not really sure, bro. That's a good question. I think I had a pretty bad back injury because I was training like 5 people a day, bro. I was training like 5 people a day, going to work for 12 hours for 4 days. So I was working 48 hours of my job because I was like, let me scale back because I was working 60 hours at first, and I scaled back to 48 hours. And then I spent literally all the time on the other days, training people in person, but I was driving to different places. And then if I wasn't doing that, I was literally working out. So like if I ever went on a date with a chick, it would literally be working out. And I did go on a date with a chick and we was working out. And the gym was packed. So your boy had to show off, bro. So I had like not even playing, bro. She was like, oh, let's do lunges. So she was doing lunges with 135. I'm like, yo, this bitch could really lift. You feel me? Like barbell. So I put on like 255 on that bitch. But like we were in the middle, we're in the grass area. So I power cleaned the bitch and put on my back and did walking lunges. You see what I'm saying? Because when the huzz is looking, you act different. Now that combined with me training people in person absolutely cooked my lower back. Because then I was deadlifting heavy all the time too. Because I was doing some shit for a gym. They're like, oh, make a video for the gym. So I was making videos for gyms. I was doing a lot of shit. So I was just doing too much and not recovering enough. And I had like a back injury. I mean, I just took like a week off uh and like did some yoga and shit like that. Girls in Thailand look busted in videos. What's it like, bro? Yo. I gotta have a convo about that, bro. I gotta have a convo about that. But yeah, man, I gotta have a convo about that, bro. I be telling, cause me and my brother be talking about shit like that. But anyways, can I hit 315 on the cut? My max is 280. It depends. It depends on how many times you've what's it called? It depends on how many times you've like cut and how long you've been lifting. To be honest, if you're new to cutting, I mean new to lifting, and this is your first cut where you're eating high protein, then it's possible. You got 505 for a triple on days while fatigue after road trip with the amputation. Good shit, bro. Good shit. Appreciate you, Jay Miller. I appreciate you, man. What do you think about meditation being the most transformative tool to level up your mind and identity outside of working out? I think reading and meditation and yoga and all that shit is really good for the mind. To be honest, I think clear skin is more about water intake and what you eat, but mostly being hydrated. Most skincare products don't work. Yeah, there's only two things that you can do for your skin. You eat good. That's why you see my skin is clear because I drink so much fucking water and I eat good and I sweat, right? And I get sunlight. That's how you have good skin. Now, if you have really bad pimples, you go to the dermatologist, they give you Accutane, all right? That's the only two things that are going to work. All this other skin care shit, it could improve your skin by 1 or 2 pimples, but it's not going to clear up your skin if you're just eating like shit. Oh, yeah, bro. Power cleaning to lunge in front of the chick. My time, bro. It was bro. I was doing some goofy shit, bro. I was doing some bro. I was on I was on some pre workout. You feel me? It was like 8 p.m. The gym was packed, so I was like, man, I can't look like no bitch. All right, thank you for all that advice, bro. You have helped me stay on track and make things simple. Yes, sir. That's what I'm about, bro. Making shit as simple as possible, man. It's too much overcomplicating around here. My boy moved to Thailand. They have some heat, and you could easily travel around Asia while you're out there. Facts, facts, facts. How long should it take to go from 15% to 10%? Depends on how locked in you are. But I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take about as long as it took to get to 25 to 15. Because 15 to 10, your body's gonna be like, hey, chill out, bro, slow down, slow down. So it could take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks or even longer. Is the food in Thailand cheap? Eggs, ground beef. There is no ground beef here. They have some minced beef here, but some of the food is cheaper. But I like Western shit, so it's not. It comes out to be like pretty much the same price. Because if you're getting beef, they come in such small portions. Because nobody fucking eats beef over here, and you have to get it from Australia anyways. But yeah, the beef be probably marked up. Any Western foods are gonna be marked up. So like cheese and shit like that, it's gonna be marked up. Protein powders and shit, protein shakes and shit, like all that shit. Like, listen, when I come back to America, bro, I'm gonna be very excited to go to Target and be able to get Premier Protein and Quest chips, and to get ground turkey in the same place because they don't have that shit here. Like Quest chips are, you can order them from some other country or some shit like that, but everything be marked up because of shipping and then customs, all that shit, bro. There's just a lot of shit, like, and I take my ground beef very seriously, all right. So there's no fucking ground beef out here. Sometimes there's minced beef, sometimes it's out of stock. Get some steak, ground it up for your ground beef if you find it. Eh, it's too much. It's too much. I'm not out for my apartment gym when there's an audience. My reputation is on the line. Gotta go hard, bro. Bro, man, I used to go to the gym and motherfucking ego lift, bro. Like, I used to go to the gym and go crazy in that bitch, man. I used to go crazy for no reason, just because I can, to be honest. Appreciate you, Uncut Underground. Appreciate you. Hey, man, great work on the channel. How important is the water? Oh, how can is the water and food over there? How can? I don't know what that means. Shit. I thought you were plant based. Me plant based, man? Fuck no, bro. Hey, that was a joke. Listen, I would never go plant based because you go plant based, bro. Like long term, you're gonna have a lot of deficiencies that you would get from meats. Pause. But you're gonna have a lot of deficiencies, and then you're gonna have to supplement. So it's never really good to go one way or the other. Like going, oh, I'm just gonna do keto. I'm just gonna do that. Shit like that. What is some good fake trash food like Quest chips? What is some good food? Listen, you know what's funny? Oh, how clean is the food and water? Yeah, the food and water is clean, bro. I know there's a lot of misconceptions about shit like that, but yeah, it's actually like a lot of stuff is like advanced over here. Like, not gonna lie, not gonna lie, bro. But as far as like the fake, I know people say fake health foods and stuff like that. The only people I allow to say protein bars, protein shakes, Quest chips, all that stuff is like fake. The only people who can say that is people who are 10% body fat or leaner. It's weird because I don't understand when people are like 30% body fat and they're like, oh, like, Quest chips are not good for them. Like, nigga, what do you eat? You look like you eat real chips 24/7. So like, unless you're 10% or below, I'm not listening to anybody say like, yo, Quest chips, because that shit is better. Listen, if you eat protein bars instead of eating Snickers, that's way better. You feel me? It's way fucking better. It's all about eating shit that makes it more sustainable for you, to be honest. What abs workout do you recommend? If you're doing compound movements, you're good to go and eat high protein. But if you want to do some ab movements, do some weighted crunch and hanging leg raises, pretty much like just basic shit like that. I mean, I do that shit once a year. And then I mean I definitely write it down though, which makes me feel better. You know what I mean? But I do that shit once a year. Like hanging leg raises and weighted crunches, that shit's happening once a year. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm locked in, I'm locked in. I'm like, yo, this is a waste of my fucking time. And then I just go do some other shit. Because I'm squatting and deadlifting and front squatting and power cleaning anyways. Front squatting 2 plates is going to be like, that shit. First of all, front squatting 2 plates, like, it's not that heavy. It's like your core is doing so much work. Same thing with back squat. It's not heavy. Like if you're back squatting 3 plates, it's not heavy. It's just like your core has to work. You feel me? Deadlifting and power cleaning shit like that, your core has to work so much. It's not really like heavy. You just have to work. I like Halo Top ice cream. Yeah, man. People say talk shit about Halo Top ice cream, bro. You get lean eating Halo Top versus Ben and Jerry's. I was in South America and the ice creams gave me run. Sheesh. Hey James, appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate it. I'm not in great shape, but not bad. But you be right about the most out of shape people with the most health tips. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I don't want to hear anybody who's not, bro, because people will say like, bro, like you're eating a protein bar. I would never do that, dude. I stick to salads. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you put a salad on top of your burger, bro? Like I'd be looking at people like, y'all niggas need to shut up, bro, because they be saying the goofiest shit. I'm like, I just listen. Like I said, before you speak, when you walk into a room, anywhere you walk into, even a grocery store, work, grocery store, gym, movie theater, it doesn't fucking matter. When you walk into a room, your body speaks before you do. You cannot simultaneously say you're disciplined and have a big stomach, because that is literally visible proof that you do not have discipline. That it literally takes so much, like, such a lack of discipline to get a big stomach. There's no other way. You see what I'm saying? Or you can say it takes a lot of discipline because you do have to eat a lot of food no matter how you feel. All right, just meal prep breakfast and lunch while cooking dinner so I can hit the basement gym in the morning, working 13 hours. Good shit, bro. They say stuff as, listen, of course, I actually went as far as, because when I used to train women, right? Obviously, it's more complicated than just training men who are just sometimes actually just not self-aware. But women like to play games and shit like that, right? So they'll be like, oh my God, like I ate so good. And I'm just constantly screenshotting their stories and I just add this shit up. And they're like, I ate so good this month, I don't see the results. And I just send them all their fucking stories. I'm like, this is literally what you've been eating this month. None of this shit is in the meal plan. Like, you've been eating like a fucking big... And they're like, well, that was only like one day. I was like, listen, the amount of food you fit on that plate, first of all, is amazing. It's crazy. I never seen anything like it. But that is the reason you're fat as shit. Like, that simple. Hormones. Bro, there was I actually stopped talking about, like, I'm going to stop talking about fat loss on, like, TikTok because of that. Because the hormone police are serious. Like, they just keep making these excuses. But they believe it so much. They will spend their entire day writing paragraphs why they can't lose fat. And that's why they can't lose fat. Because of that. Because of their coping in their head. Like, none of them have hormonal issues. They just don't. Right? Now, when you have excess fat, you do have slight hormonal issues because you have excess fat. It's normal, right? Lose the fat. You think looks really changed much from 20% to 12? Bro, this got to be a joke. Listen, 32 to 20, no, 40 to 30%, not the biggest change. 30 to 20, kind of a decent change. 20 to 12 is fucking ridiculous. Even 20 to 15. But 20 to 12%, you can look like a whole different person. That's when your face leans out. That's when the abs start to show and you get the V cut, the Adonis belt. That's when the shoulders start to separate. All of that shit. So there's a huge difference. The only issue is people want to get to 12%, but they don't realize you have to get to 20 first. All right, I know my coworker who told me that eating 3 eggs was bad for me while they're eating a whole beat of pizza. Oh my gosh, but that shit's so annoying. Can I send you my IG so you can give me tips on growing my account? No, I'm gonna give you tips right now without looking at it. You don't post enough. I already know you don't post enough. If you don't have 365 posts, you know what I mean? Wait, what day is it? Yeah, if you don't have one post per day for how long you had your account, you don't post enough. If you don't have a story posted right now, you don't post enough. If you don't have highlights under your story, you don't post enough. If you don't have a bio, like, what are you doing? If you don't have those basic things, then you just shouldn't ask about growing an account. If I can't go to your profile and know what you're doing or what you do, like if you're a real estate agent and I go to your profile, you're showing houses, you're in a button down, you have a professional picture as your profile picture, and it says in the bio like, oh, number 2 salesman and blah 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 or some shit like that, then that's fine. You know what I mean? But if I go to your page and you're a black guy and there's a picture of a white anime character as your fucking profile picture, I'm gonna get pissed. I'm gonna get absolutely pissed because that shit makes no sense. Locked in. Good shit, William. Went to a friend's party on the weekend, already getting compliments from the females and few friends. Still got ways to go. X misses the aim to get to my goal. Good shit, man. Good shit. But listen, everyone trying to grow their IGs and shit like that. People say they want to grow shit. You have to make sure that you're posting at least once a day, and that's horrible advice because it should be more than once a day. Should post if you really want to grow and you're really hungry, bro. You like I said earlier, the Kobe mentality. Like if Kobe was trying to grow his IG, or LeBron or Michael Jordan are trying to grow their IG, they're not gonna post once and then start asking advice. Like, hey, how do I grow? How do I grow? They're gonna post every day at least twice. Literally, they're literally gonna post at least twice a day, like bare minimum, and they're gonna be posting stories. Like you got to post more. Most of you guys got to post more because people don't know you exist. You feel me? People do not know you exist. If you don't post online, then obviously people don't know you. You don't have an online presence. People don't know you exist. They just don't. It's not like people get an email like, oh yeah, Luther's alive. Like, no, what the fuck? You got to post. All right, I remember I first started tracking food. I was like, these chips can't be that bad. Few chips, it said 500 calories. Yep, that's how it be. What body fat percentage do you start to look good with the tight shirt on? It depends how much muscle mass you have. I could get, if I get to like 15 to 18%, I'm still doing numbers, bro. I'm still doing numbers. You feel me? Like, matter of fact, when I started this body game shit, I was probably like 15 to 18%, but I had clean cuts and clear skin because I was eating good food. You feel me? So, and then I had the confidence too because I put on muscle that I didn't think I would ever have. I'm just trying to build it off my physique. I post mirror pics and food and shit like that, but I'm lean bulk right now, so I just cut out the like. Don't think my physique would gain as much attention. Well, you got to change your mindset first, but you can be lean while you're main gaining too. But yeah, post. Listen, you should have some professional pictures on there too. Yes, you post your meals. Yes, you post your physique. But you got to remember that physique inflation is crazy these days. A lot of dudes are on roids and shit like that. So your physique's gonna have to look crazy, which means you're gonna have to get in the best lighting and really just keep posting and shit. Keep posting because you're gonna get better at posting when you keep posting. You're gonna realize like, oh, this lighting over here is better. Oh, when I post like this, I get more engagement. You feel me? Now people are gonna watch your shit. They're not gonna like it as much as they used to because the culture changed, but they're still gonna be watching your shit. Like, I used to get like 5,000 and 10,000 likes on everything with like 15,000 impressions. Now I could get 30,000 impressions and I'm gonna get like 4,000 likes or some shit like that. You feel me? So the shit definitely changed. Got none of that, but 24 posts, 200 followers, average 12 likes. But yeah, post on my stories, females like that. So long way to go because I'm not high interest to make public. No. You could keep it. You could keep posting, bro. Don't look at the likes because people be watching your shit. Like you look at the views on your post, the impressions and shit. Because motherfuckers be watching and sending shit. They won't like it. They'll send it shit though. You don't have enough white in your screen for a profile pic. White dove next to me. All right, same here. What training split did you use to build your foundation? Like I said, use compound movements. You can do push-pull legs, bro split. You can do upper, lower. Doesn't fucking matter as long as you're consistent. I'm 37. You think I can grow at my age? Yeah, of course. Are you cutting or bulk right now? I'm just trying to survive, bro. I'm just trying to survive, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me when I say that, bro. I'm just trying to survive. That's all you need to know, bro. This phase of life, bro, is called trying to survive, bro. Just trying to live, man. That's it. Trying to stay alive, bro. With this, this boxing shit having me feel like fucking football practice. Shit. Dustin Thomas with no profile picture said, "Trim those nose hairs." Who is this nigga? Who is this nigga, bro? He's out of here, bro. Listen, I don't take advice from niggas who don't get bitches and who are not in shape and who don't have a profile picture, bro. That shit offends me. That actually really offends me, bro. All right, what do you think of lifting only on machines? I wouldn't do it unless you have like really really good abs already because you're gonna be working your core in those machines, which is what makes shit functional. No, but seriously, like here's the downside of social media. People I will never meet in real life or who I'll never associate in real life because I go to the store, right, and they look at me, they're like, "Dang, he's lean. He'll probably never talk to me." And I look at them and I'm like, "That dude's fucking disgusting." They get to message me online, and that shit's just not right, bro. That shit's just the fucking yeah. The Wi-Fi should just like block them or some shit. That shit's just not right, bro. That's just not right. It's just not, bro. Like weird. Like why do I get weird incels and they're out of shape and they try to like tell me stuff? That's just disgusting, bro. Like then when I'm like, you know what? Let me be a logical person and back up and look at the situation. You back up and you look at the situation. You're like, okay, This guy doesn't inspire me. He doesn't inspire his family. His wife is definitely cheating on him. You can tell by the body language in the pictures, and she's liking all these dudes' pictures. You know, like why would I ever take advice from him, bro? He's an example of someone I don't want to be, but I don't even want to see him, bro. Like he just looks like failure, bro. Like I don't just I hate shit like that, bro. That shit is just weird. Like it's free, bro. It's free to be in shape, dude, and it costs way less, right? It literally costs us. Oh, I can't afford a gym membership. That's okay if you can't afford a $10 membership per month. That is okay. Go to the park. All right, the park is free. The park is free. Go work out at the park. If you eat less food and less fast food and you drink less beer and you're gonna take probably less medication, it's gonna be less money because you're eating less. You feel me? Been cutting for a year and 4 months, lost 140 pounds, 2 more months left. Do I deserve a cheat day? You deserve a diet break. Eat at maintenance for like a month, but healthier foods. Keyboard commandos, zero receipts, zero work, bro. There's a group for every single. There's a group for every single like niche. Like I found the one for boxing. The one for boxing, bro. Like if it's if you do boxing or you do MMA, or even if you're Ryan, like even Ryan Garcia, people will be like, I would sleep you, bro. I'm like, bro, that's literally fucking Ryan Garcia, dude. Like, who are you, bro? And they don't have a profile picture. They'll be like, dude, you're so weak, you're slow, haha. And it's like, what the fuck? So that's just how it be. I went to the gym for 25 days straight, took a day off, missed 2 weeks. How can I stay consistent? Don't go 25 days straight. That's called not pacing yourself. When something's a lifestyle, you're not gonna do that. I mean, you're not gonna go to the gym 25 days straight. You have to recover. Recovery is where you actually build your muscles and you're gonna feel better, right? Like you can't just go 25 days straight. You're gonna burn out every time. It's like the New Year's rush. All right. When you took that one day off, your body realized like, damn, I really need time. I really need time off. You feel me? But yeah, you got to pace yourself, man. Take it day by day. So I would say go 4 to 5 days a week, right? Don't go based on motivation. If you go 25 days straight, that means you're motivated for 25 days straight, and then you lost motivation. Don't depend on motivation. All right, make it a system where you go 4 to 5 times a week, type shit. Every time we reach the 40-minute mark, that's when these weird no profile picture niggas be coming in here. But anyway, some people think it's the norm to be muscular nowadays because they see so much fit men on IG. But when you go out, it's extreme. I'm telling you, bro. There was a comment with some dude, which I just blocked the dude because he's fucking retarded, bro. But there was some dude saying like, "Oh my god," like, and of course he didn't have a profile picture. So yeah, like when you say something, you got to be the proof, bro. You got to be the proof. But he said some shit about like, "Oh my god," like it's not rare to be lean. He was like, it's rarer to make $1 million. Now, I was saying $1 million net worth first of all, but it's still gonna be way more rare to be lean than the people who are making millions and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Straight up, straight up. But he was saying some goofy shit. He's like, I make 500K a year and I'm like 24. He was saying some shit like that. Had no profile picture. Man, I was like, bro, y'all niggas, bro. Like y'all just weird. Bro, do you do flexibility and mobility work? I'm thinking about getting into yoga. I do. Yeah, I do some yoga and some dynamic stretching before workouts and stuff. But I mean, I'm still like way stiffer than my brother. Like my brother is always had more flexibility than me. If he doesn't stretch for like 2 years, he's still gonna have more flexibility than me. It's wild. Men working promote jealousy and envy any kind of self improvement, especially when you didn't start that way, but doing the work. That's why I stayed. Bro, men hate more than women. Period. Women will compliment you and stuff. They'll be fine. I go every Saturday, Sunday. You think skinny dudes be invisible to women because it don't signal the ability to protect and low key throw her around? That's part of it. Yeah, that's definitely part of it, bro. That's part of it. Is it hard to make friends down there in Thailand? I don't even know what that means, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't care about friends, bro. That's just me, though. That's just me. I don't listen. I don't want to listen. I don't have a lot of friends, and I don't want to fuck with nobody, bro. I don't want to fuck with nobody. That's just me. People be on some shit. Like I'm not like the majority. Like I have some friends here that work out and stuff, but the majority of people here, they come here for a reason. They come here to party, bro. So you're gonna have to like finding friends, bro. Unless you party too. If you party too, you'll be fine. If you do exactly what other people do, you go partying, you do some pay for play shit, you're gonna have hella friends. You feel me? But I don't do none of this shit, so I don't got a lot of friends. Why there are people who say weird shit here? You need to respect people. No, that's just because there's no consequences because they just they're behind the computer. Too many cook. There's so many cook people, bro. Like I'm all about quality of friends, not quantity of friends. That's just me. And it's like, bro, if you want to have a lot of friends anywhere that you go, it's gonna be hard because most people are just cooked. Trying to get lean, but I know the weight I came from, my loose skin gonna be crazy. Nah, if you're not gonna have loose skin if you keep your protein high and you take it, slow and you don't try to overdo cardio and shit. I work at the cruise ship. The amount of people of out of shape guys that say I probably see 30 lean guys out of 2,000 guests. Exactly, bro. Exactly. What are you getting your bench up to 205? I was curious. Was curious if you're doing 3 days of benching a week or what sort of pace. I think I was doing. I was just doing push pull legs, rest, and then repeat. So I was doing push twice, but I was just doing bench. I was doing bench twice, but I was doing bench at the end. So then the day that I maxed out, I did bench first. You know what I mean? But even right now, bro, I don't know. Even right now, I could probably bench 365 if I really tried. Yeah, I could probably bench 365. I just don't really care about bench. It's just I don't understand there's really no point. It's literally high risk, low reward as far as like chest development. But I mean, I remember I got like what 375 at when I was like 190 or some shit, but I wasn't doing it consistently. I get it that some guys have zero experience, but it's literally doing the work, bro. Bro, people will give you creative excuses or literally complain for hours before doing the work, bro. They will not do the work, man. They hate the work. I'm at the gym now. Almost all women be looking and the guys be hating. Yeah, but they be out of shape at the same time. You go to the the every time I used to go to the bathroom and I was like taking pictures and shit like that. I just see you just see stomachs walk by and shit. A man with $1 million net worth and in shape is rare. Yeah, that shit is rare as shit. Is it true the gain slow down after age of 40? You're maintaining muscle at that point, but you still look good because you have muscle maturity. 5'7", 225. My top 12 just became visible. Up the protein, lower the fats. Good shit, bro. Good shit. Good shit. Serious question. I got a serious question. Okay, if you put a picture of yourself as an AI, that's not a problem. That people do that. It is what it is, right? As long as you have pictures of yourself on your profile. But why do you guys take random pictures of random cartoony characters and put it as your profile? Is that not weird to you? Like, how do you? That shit is weird. All right, so you're saying do hit training to avoid loose skin? No, I never said that. I said lift weights and eat high protein. Simple. You lost 25. You lost 25 pounds. If you lost 25 pounds walking, you probably lost at least a little bit of muscle. Make sure that you're lifting weights too. When do you recommend getting into boxing as you're working out? I mean, you could do it whenever, to be honest. I would say the earlier the better. What's better, bench or incline? Incline for sure. Incline. Bro, stomachs be walking by everywhere, bro. It's like grocery stores. You feel me? Like even the healthy section of the grocery store, man. It's like man, it's crazy. Let's see. So really lift weights and do, bro, lift weights and eat healthier. All right. Why do people get so obsessed? Why do people get so obsessed with cardio when their nutrition is shit? Focus on weights and nutrition first, add cardio later. But by the time you focus on weights and nutrition, you can be like, holy shit, I'm getting great results. I don't need as much cardio as I thought I did. If you're above 20% body fat, cardio is not the issue, bro. Seen a guy I went to school with and he has a big belly telling me he could only get ugly hags. I went to the store and the cashier said she felt butthurt when I went to another cashier earlier. Bro, it be like that, bro. People accuse you of being on gear often. I mean, on social media, they'll do that shit sometimes, but it's just because they don't put in the work. Favorite shows or movies? Favorite movie is going to be The Lord of the Rings, obviously, or Dark Knight. As far as shows, I only watch anime, pretty much. Doing jujitsu, boxing, and steady gym and diet. Have a cruise coming up next week. Almost don't want to go because I don't want to lose momentum. Nah, bro, you'll be good. You'll be good, man. Listen, the thing is, once you become the leanest version of yourself mentally, it really doesn't matter where you go or like what you do, where you're going. Like it just doesn't matter. You're always gonna be locked in. I don't know about anybody else, but lifting is cardio to me. That's another way to do it. If you take shorter breaks in between your lifts, you actually knock out both at the same time because cardio is really elevating your heart rate. So if you're taking 60 to 90 second breaks, so you're not beating your meat or playing on your phone or watching movies, you'll be good to go. But a lot of people don't do that. Like when I go to the gym, bro, I see low intensity workouts because people are taking hours and hours of breaks. Well, not hours, but they're taking 10-minute breaks between workouts. Recently gained a lot of weight and I packed on muscle, but I got a gut from gaining fast. I want to gain 20. You gotta get lean first. That's why you should never dirty bulk because then you gain fat and then you got to stop the bulk and go cut. Just lean bulk next time. Thoughts red pill and off grid lifestyle. off-grid lifestyle. I mean, isolating yourself that much is never like we as humans want, you know, human interaction. If you got a wife though, if you got a wife and you trying to go off-grid with her or something like that, you trying to start a family, then that'd be a pretty good way to start a family, to be honest, in nature and shit like that. Favorite sources of protein? What do you think about animal-based protein? I only eat animal-based protein, bro. What anime you currently watching now? I guess I finished up the Hunter X Hunter, so I'm not really watching anything. I'm probably gonna watch the second season of Seventh Prince. Damn, all these questions got skipped. Currently building muscle. Should I do a photo shoot once I'm at lower body fat percentage? Once you get to a lower body fat percentage, you're gonna feel great, and yeah, you're gonna do, you know, photo shoot for sure. Your Lord of the Rings. Do you not understand how people think, bro? Star Wars is absolutely ass, bro. The Star Wars story is pretty cool, but the execution is actually poor. If you actually look, you can go back and watch Lord of the Rings, and it's still good. I watch that shit on every flight, right? But if you go back and watch Star Wars, you're gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? This acting is ass, bro. The story is good. The execution is absolutely ass, bro. If you're allergic to potatoes, what would you substitute? Is plantains cool? Plantains tend to be higher in calories. I would just do some rice or some shit. Or is it regular potatoes or sweet potatoes as well? Or some yams? Pause. Do I need to do 2 to 3 day water fast before I start? That doesn't make any sense. No, I've never done a 2 to 3 day water fast in my life, and if I did, it'd be some spiritual reasons. There's just no reason. Like the water fasting shit and weight loss and all that shit, there's no correlation with long-term fat loss and water fasting. Water fasting is something temporary you do for spiritual, like spirits. That's it. Like yeah, that simple. You like the Lord of the Rings TV shows? I saw that the ratings were pretty low, so I'd even watch it, to be honest. Favorite anime that covers fitness? I like isekai mostly, but every anime the character is lean because they overcame stuff. Like, in order to become a man and to overcome, like, to show that someone became masculine, it usually shows them as like a skinny loser or fat loser, and then, you know, all of a sudden once they become the best version of themselves, they're lean, right? They're like lean, they have muscle and shit like that, because that's just a representation that they have discipline. Because how do you get out of shape? Lack of discipline. How do you get in shape and muscular? Discipline. It's literally that simple, and that's what people see, and that's what people signal it as. That's why in anime it always shows that. It literally always shows that because of that reason. You feel me? But anyways, I'm out, yo. I got to get ready for boxing.